taking you through the features of pixellab and its use. So first of all, what you have to do is to go to Play Store and download pixellab. It's a very good app for logo design. So this is exactly how it looks like. So I already have the app. I'm just going to open it up. Yes, so you can see all this here. Yeah, the background. If you want to change the background, you can make use of all this. There are a lot of them, depends on your choice, but I always like using this default background. This project is to save all of your projects. Then coming here, you can click on edit, and we are going to write a text. Okay, so let me write something. That's about it. So if you want to delete it, you just click on delete. If you want to copy, you can do a copy of it. You can decide to delete it, delete another one of it. So looking at some of these features, we have position. Now before we talk of position, let's talk of relative position. Now I want to move it. Let me first of all copy. Okay, copy. Now let me go to relative position. You can see what it does, and that's just the usefulness of relative position. So talking of position, you can decide to increase it, let it move down a bit, this side a bit, and that's just the usefulness of. So talking of position, what we do, we can increase it, we can move it to the side, sideways, down, up. You can reduce it and see it move slower. That's just the usefulness of this feature. Then when we talk of size, we want to make it bigger or smaller. So then we go to padding, left padding. I want it to move to the right, right padding to the left. So that's just what padding is used for. Color, I want to change the color to any of this color. So that is what color does. Then let's go to rotate. I want to rotate it to this angle. That's basically what rotate does. Then we talk of the fonts. We have arm wrestler, amaranth board. You can just choose any of these fonts and make use of it. So we have style, you want to underline, you want it to be bold or italics, then you use any of these, but I don't want any of that, so I'm just going to cancel it. So curve, you want it to bend. Let's look at, isn't this superb? That's what we use bending for. Then background, want to add a background to it. Is it a white background or yellow background? So that's basically what the background does. Left padding, right padding. That's just basically its use. Bottom padding, radius, top padding. But I don't need any of this, so I'm just going to cancel it. So when we talk of align, we won't need align for this, so Let's talk of spacing, letter spacing, word spacing, then stroke, enable stroke. You can give it any color you want, but I'm going to cancel that. We have shadow. I'm going to cancel that because I don't need it. We have inner shadow. I'm just going to cancel this because I don't need it. So we talk of 3D rotate. If you can see what it does in the y-axis, for the x-axis. That's basically what we use 3D rotate to do. 3D text, enable, Z rotation, Y rotation, X rotation, I don't need any of that, so I'm just going to cancel it. So we talk of 3D shadow. So you can pick a color, expand, blur radius, opacity, expand by. So you can just click on OK. Then reflection, I want the reflection. So that's just basically what it does. So I don't need that, I'm just going to cancel it. Now I'm going to write the text. I'll just click on text, edit. So I'll click on OK. So let me just bring it down a bit. So you can try to increase the size or reduce it. So let me just reduce the size. Align. I can use any of these. Depends on how I want it to be. So click on OK. So do we need a word spacing, a letter spacing? Do we need a 3D text? But we don't need that right now. So we can decide to give it a color. Now let's look at the various features. So import. So let me import an image. So I'm just going to choose one of this image. I'm going to crop it. You can use any of these features, depends on how I want it to be. But I'll just stick to this. Let me leave it there. I've imported an image I want to draw. So I can increase my pen size, you can see, and I can reduce it. You can see smoothness, I can increase the smoothness. I can see how smooth it is. The blur radius. I can decide to erase it by clicking on eraser, and here I am, I'm erasing it. So let's look at the other features. We have shapes. We have a lot of them. We have circle, triangle, and lots more. So I'm just going to try using these features. The opacity, you can see that disappear. When I increase the opacity, it shows. When I decrease the opacity, it disappears. So you can give it a color, any color of my choice. I'm just going to stick to white. So stroke width. Okay, let me give it a stroke color. I don't know why this function is not working. So let me just click on it and delete it. So let me go back to shapes. Let me choose it. So let me give it a stroke. You can see as I increase it, I decrease it, I increase it, I decrease it. I can give it a color. Hope you can see. So I'm going to go to shapes. I'm going to choose a circle. Opacity. See, it disappears. It reappears. So I'm going to give it a stroke. And I can decide to change the color. I'll just leave it in black color. Blur radius. You can see what it does. I'm just going to remove that. So okay, so let me go to erase color. You see, when I erase the color, you can see the white background disappears. Smooth edges, tolerance, but we don't need any of that. So that's basically some of the functions. So let me use texture. I'm just going to go to my gallery. I'm going to search for an image. I'm just going to choose any of this image. I think it's okay. And that's basically what texture does. Enable, scale, and just the scaling and any of that. So I can decide to delete it and choose another texture. I can use a background. So let me just go to background and choose this background. So I see exactly what it does. I can do the same thing. So this. Texture, where are you hiding? Okay, this is texture. Choose a background. Let me use this. And you can see. But I don't need that, so I'm just going to delete it. So that's the usefulness of texture. I hope you guys understand. So 3D, but we are not going to use that function. So let's go to this If you want to give it a transparent background, you can click on this. I want to import a background from our phone, so this is what to do. Hope you can see that. So to give it a size, image size, I can come in and size it. So that's just basically the use of all these functions. So in our next videos, we are going to practicalize it and design a logo for us to understand better. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much, and God bless you.